What up, what up, what up, and welcome back to Pnoid News. Man, listen. All right, I got an article here for y'all today. And this is gonna be a bit of a deep one. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We're gonna go deep on this one here. All right. There's a lot of information in this, and it's highly important we understand what's going on. But we're gonna start this where it starts. So a bunch of black-owned media companies, right, including Byron Allen and Ice Cube. Byron Allen played basketball. Ice Cube used to be a rapper. Now he makes, you know what I'm saying, like kids movies and, action movies, whatever. More power to him. You know what I'm saying? I loved him in Friday. I thought, it was one of his best roles as far as I'm really concerned. That's where I was at. I kind of like the Triple X Part 2 joint. But anyway, we're going to keep rocking. Yo, look. I'm going to read a little bit of this article to you because they're trying to blackmail a GM CEO to stand here and, invest more money in them, which I think is a shitty way of doing things, legitimately. Like, you don't have to stand like, if GM doesn't understand who their base is yet, I don't know what they're doing. Because if you go through the hood, it's full of like Oldsmobiles and Pontiacs and Chevys and, it is what it is. The only people like who don't buy, GM products in the hood are like black females, and that's because they buy Chryslers and Toyotas, right? But like black dudes love fucking GM products. In the end of the day, like I don't understand, like GM knows who its base is. Legitimate, and I've been seeing more and more and more black dudes riding around in like Chevy pickup trucks and F-150s. Because around here, black dudes work. You know what I'm saying? This is the Northeast, and like the black dudes down south that ain't got no jobs. But like the Jones up here, we work, we grind. You know what I'm saying? Like legitimately, my pops, he's in his 60s, and he works for a lot of black contractors. You know what I'm saying? Who are building houses and flipping houses and stuff and getting it done. So this isn't like really a racist thing, but I think it's fucked up the way they're doing it. All right, so let's get into this article. Leaders of several major black-owned media companies, including Byron Allen and Ice Cube, are accusing General Motors CEO Mary Barra of being racist for what they describe as her refusal to meet with them. They're asking for an hour-long Zoom meeting with her, or in the alternative, her resignation. Y'all really, dude? Like, that is completely unnecessary. That's according to a full-page ad 3A on page 3A in Sunday's Detroit Free Press, accusing Barra of refusing to meet with them consistently over time and after multiple requests. The ad is signed by the heads of 7 black-owned media companies, including rapper and actor Ice Cube, who co-founded pro basketball league Big 3 TV and film production company Cube Vision, and the contract with Black America, the CWBA, which he started with a goal of initiating dialogues about racism. Also signing the ad was Detroiter Byron Allen, head of Allen Media Group, and former NBA player Ulysses Jr. Bridgman, who bought Ebony Media last year after bidding $14 million for it in U.S. bankruptcy court. I apologize, man. I ain't feeling well right now. My allergies are fucking me up. In response to the ad, GM said it aspires to be the most inclusive company in the world, and it includes how it allocates its advertising expenditures. We have increased our planned spending with both diverse-owned and diverse-dedicated media across our family of brands, said GM spokesman Pat Morrissey in an email. He did not provide specifics. No one happy with GM. The black-owned media group wants GM to allocate at least 5% of its ad budget to black-owned media companies, said Allen. Yo, look, man, let you know what would be nice, man, legitimately, if you would fight for GM to keep their fucking jobs here so that black people could afford to buy cars after they work at the plant. Like, that would probably be the best thing in the end of the day when it really comes down to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I understand that, y'all want to make money. I get your mentality, right? And I understand that you want to stand here and do this. But if you want to do something good for the country, legitimately, you should be fighting to keep jobs from leaving to go to Mexico or Taiwan or, Laos or wherever the hell they're trying to ship them to. Legitimately, you should be fighting. You should be opening businesses, not for like media garbage, right? Which is fucking retarded just to begin with, but as parts dealers and suppliers for GM, so you can actually stand here and provide work for the real individuals who need it in your community. Like, yo, it's fucking grimy. You know what I mean? Like, it really, really is, legitimately. You know what I mean? Like, it just aggravates the shit out of me, this fucking race hustle and bullshit, right? But anyway, I wanted to stand here and bring this up. All right, so This is the distribution of board members and media companies in the United States in 2020 by ethnicity, right? 81% are either Jewish or white, right? 10% are African American, 6% are Asian, and 4% are Hispanic, right? And that's in the media companies in the United States, right? I wanted to bring some of this stuff up because I thought it was important. And here's something that you need to understand, all right? As far as black media is concerned, right? And I kind of wanted to stand here and look up how many, like, actually black-owned companies, right? Like there were as far as media was concerned. And, well, it kind of led me to this, right? 90% of U.S. media is owned by 6 companies: Viacom, News Corporation, Comcast, CBS, Time Warner, and Disney. And Cochrane, 2016, Lutz, 2012, right? I wanted to stand here and, like, show that and exactly what's going on with that. And that kind of goes with, like, a lot of, like, how America's moving as a whole, right? 84% of, like, the slaughter industry, like, where you get your food from, is owned by 4 companies in beef, right? In the same way in chicken and in pork as well, right? Chicken is actually way worse, right? Same way in oil, right? We stand here and look like, the top companies produce, the vast majority of oil in our country, right? Like, and it's kind of same thing with farms, right? So large farms with over 1 million in sales account for only 4% of all farms, but 66% of all sales. Right? So 4% of all farms account for 66% of all sales, right, in the farming industry as a whole. And I'm trying to explain how we got here, right? This is Walmart's operating margin, right? And I think it's important that we understand, like, where things are, right? So Walmart its operating margin is only 3.6%. Right. And this is kind of something that you really need to understand, right? Like, this is grocery stores' profit margins, right, as a whole, right? In general, grocery stores only make like 30 cents per item, right? Right. It's like 1 to 3% per item that they sell. They sell in bulk, right? They sell in volume. And that's really what it is. It's the amount of sales that they make. It's kind of like, it's back when we used to sell weed when we were kids, right? And, like, you made more money selling nickels and dimes. But the problem is you had to talk to way too many people, right? But this is what it's about in the end of the day. And how we really got here was through something called a leverage buyout, right? And a leverage buyout is basically where a company borrows money against the company that it's buying, right? It's kind of like taking out a mortgage for a home. They take out a mortgage against whatever they're buying, right? And they stand here and they put that company into debt, right? And that company holds the debt. And how do you do this, though? You know what I'm saying? If you're taking out debt in that company and still make money. Well, you know what I'm saying? These are corporate rated bonds. This is from October 1996. It was at 6.96%, which is, really, really high. Well, by 2014, it was at 3.4%. And then today it's at 2.75%, 2.64, right? And, these here are the 30-year treasury yields, which is 1.38%. Now, here's the thing, though, right? In the end of the day, man, listen, like, why it got to be all gigantic? I didn't put it in there to be all gigantic and whatnot. I put it in there to be a normal size, right? Like, the Fed discount rate, like, for instance, if you're a bank and you're going to stand here and you're going to actually, like, buy something, whatever the case is, you're taking out, free money, cheap money for 0.25, basis points. In the end of the day, it's a quarter of a basis point to borrow money, right? Which is cheap money from the Fed, which means that you can stand here and borrow money to buy whatever you want, right? And so why do we have all this cheap money? Well, because we have $33 trillion in U.S. retirement assets that have to have yield to be able to keep up with inflation so they can grow, so individuals have the ability to retire. You know what I'm saying? This is some highly complicated technical stuff in the end of the day, right? Because all this stuff is chasing yield. This is where, you got Tesla, standing here being at, some ridiculous, rate or whatever it is. Some Tesla being at, where the hell's the thing? Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. Anyway, right? Like, yeah, I put the wrong thing in twice. I'm sorry. I was going to show you that there's like 32% of, all Americans actually stand here and have a retirement account. which, you know what I'm saying, 57% of Americans have the opportunity to, but everybody else just goes, give me my money right now, you know, because I got to live. And that's a normal thing. But yeah, so as things chase yield, this is how the hell we got to where we are. Now, so when you're standing here and you're begging the white man, you know what I mean, to be able to give you what you want, the truth of the matter is what you should be doing is you should be starting a business where you're selling goods to that white man's company so that you can profit off of that white man. And you can employ your brothers and sisters. That's what you should be doing. You shouldn't be begging for a fucking seat and asking for a hug from the white man. Just saying. You know what I mean? But hey, by all means, you know what I'm saying? Keep doing this ridiculous nonsense and expecting people, you know what I mean, that give you respect. You know what I mean? Because this isn't respectable. In the end of the day, standing there running around screaming everybody's racist is going to make everybody not want to deal with you even more. Truth. You know what I mean? The truth is, yo, you get respect by being respectable. Just is what it is. Yo, look, man, I'm Tom Pease with Pnoid News. Make sure you follow me on Odyssey. Check the links in the description. You know what I mean? And you know the deal, man. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.